What's up guys, welcome to another fingerpicking lesson. Marco here. Today we're going to have a look at 3 things that will make your chords beautiful. Now some of these concepts can be intermediate level, so make sure that you take it step by step if you are a beginner. We're going to have a look at the tip number 1, which is extended chords, and in particular what I call smart chords. A chord progression played with smart chords sounds beautiful, even though it's very simple. In fact, if you check the video at the beginning, you will see that I'm not really moving that much, but the chords sounds beautiful and I'm playing a lot of extended chords with little effort. The tip number 2 is playing a melody around the chords, so we're gonna add a beautiful melody played along with the chords. This is kind of intermediate level guys, so take it step by step. And then the tip number 3, make sure that you spice things up in the chord progression. Don't play always the same chord progression over and over, just play a B section, or at least play the same chords in a different order. Get the tab if you need it, check my Patreon page, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now, let's have a close up and let's get started. Now, tip number 1, extended chords or smart chords. Now, the chord progression that I'm playing right now is C sharp minor, A major, E major, and B major. Now there's a lot going on. If you want to play the basic chords, you will be playing bar chords, you will be sliding back and forth. But with the extended chords that I'm about to show you, we're going to move very little, but it sounds beautiful. It's going to sound like this. One thing that makes this chord easy is the fact that we're always going to have the G string fret number 8. So you want to position this note with the middle finger here. And then the B and the E string open. For the C sharp minor 9, which is the first chord, we're going to put down the bass note, which is the low E string fret number 9. We're going to pluck 6 and 1, 3 and 2. I'm playing root note, the 9th, the major 7th, and the minor 3rd. So now for the second chord, the A sus4 add 9, I think you can call it like this. You want to get rid of the bass note and play 5 and 1, 3 and 2. So it's the same finger picking pattern, but with the A sus4 add 9, I'm playing the root note, the D sharp, which is the 4th, the B open, which is the 2nd, and the E string open, which is the 5th. Now the third chord is very simple, E major 7. We keep the same chord here, and we play the low E string. By changing the bass, we're gonna give another name to this chord, which is E major 7. I'm plucking 6 and 1 together, 3 and 2. I'm playing root note, major 7, 5th, and root note again. Now the last chord is slightly different. We're going to have the B11 chord, beautiful sounding chord. We're going to have the low E string fret number 7 and the G string fret number 8 still there. The B and the E string open. Now we have the root note, the major 3rd, the root note again, and the 11th, the E string open. Now this chord we're going to pluck it in a different way. We're going to have the low E string, the G string, the E string, and the G string again. So when I put the whole thing together, and I finish with the B. So you have C sharp minor, A, and E, and B. The second time you go C sharp minor, A, and B. It's a very simple structure, and as you can see guys, the smart chords are super beautiful and not that difficult. So tip number 1, use extended chords that are simple. Tip number 2, add a melody around the chords. Now we're going to keep the first chord the same, the C sharp minor. When I play the A though, I'm going to be playing the A string open and the E string fret number 7, the B string fret number 10, 9, and I slide all the way down to the fret number 5. Then I play the low E string as I'm playing an E major chord, and then I play the B string fret number 7, 9, and back to the 7, where then I'm going to change bass and play the low E string fret number 7, the G string fret number 8, and the B string open. So the second time I play the thing, I'm gonna play a different melody. So the C sharp minor is still the same. Now I'm playing the low E string and the E string fret number 7 with a quick hammer on the fret number 9. Then I'm playing the E string fret number 11, 12, and the B string fret number 12. Now I'm playing an E major chord, so I'm playing the low E string open, and on the B string I'm playing fret number 10, 9, and 7. And then I play a B major chord, which is the low E string fret number 7, the G string fret number 8, and the B string open. Now we can develop the melody and playing a little bit more busy if you want. So the C sharp minor is still the same chord. The A, I'm gonna start with the low E string open and the E string fret number 7. Then I have the B string fret number 10, 9, 7, and the G string fret number 9. And I finish with the B string fret number 9. I play the bass note E. And then on the B string I play 10, 9, 7, G string fret number 9, and then the B string fret number 7, and I play the same B major. So the low E string fret 7, G string fret number 8, and the B string open. Now I'm gonna play the same C sharp minor. The A starts the same way with a hammer on fret 9, and then I have. So on the E string I'm playing 12, 11, 9, and on the B string fret number 10 and 12. Then I play the bass note, the low E string, and I play 10, 9, and 7. And the same B major. So now guys, tip number 3, always come up with a B section or spice things up within the chord progression. I was playing So I just came up with different chords. I open up this section with an A, with the A add 9 chord. So I'm playing the G string fret number 6, and the fingerpicking pattern is different. I'm playing 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1 with thumb, index, middle, and ring. Another beautiful B11. So fret number 7 and fret number 8, and I'm plucking 6, 3, 2, 1, back to the A, and back to the B. And I finish with an E major chord, which is kind of different. than the chords we started, because we started with the C sharp minor, but we're gonna finish with a beautiful E major. I plucked the low E string and then G string fret number 9 and B string fret number 12 and the E string open. So 3 tips that are not that obvious, guys. Take it step by step and let me know if you like the lesson.